What is going on, everyone? I think we're good to go. We have the Black Ops 6 Weekend 2 of the beta. A couple new weapons to use, a new map, and I think that's about it. Well, I guess we have to unlock some of the stuff, though, because not all of it's going to be unlocked right away. I think they opened up the level cap to 30, I want to say. So yeah, they added, oh, they didn't add the face-off map yet, but they did add Babylon, which is one of the new 6v6 maps. Which, honestly, I saw a picture of the map, like an overhead picture, and it's a really small map. It almost looks like it's going to be this game's version of Shipment, but we'll see how it plays, because I actually like that it's going to be a small map. Wait, did my stream yesterday get blocked? It got copyrighted, but I didn't know it was going to get blocked. What? I mean, I expected the copyright. I was playing Infinite Warfare, but partially blocked. Hopefully not in any, like, huh. I'll take a look at that later. It's blocked in Europe. Eh. Oh well. I'll figure that out later. That's weird. What's up, everyone? How you doing? They removed Scud? Did they? I didn't know that. Oh, Skyline. I want to play the new map. I am curious to see how the game's going to feel, though, because they did make a lot of changes to the movement. Apparently, they sped up the movement speeds and changed some ADS speeds and stuff. They made the game faster, essentially, which is good. That's always a good change. Okay. They also buffed the C9, which is crazy because I thought this gun was already really good and they buffed it? Like, what? How do you buff a gun that's already so good? They didn't make any changes to the streaks though, which is unfortunate. Well, I guess they buffed some of the streaks, but they didn't like add looping streaks or anything like that. Which, to be honest, I wasn't expecting them to add that, but I just really wanted them to. I really wanted looping streaks, man. Full access? Yes, this is a full open beta, so everyone and their mother can play it. I mean, I don't really feel the movement changes, to be honest. Maybe because the movement was already so good, but I'm not feeling any, like, huge differences or anything like that. They did buff the C9 here, so I got a feeling this is going to end up being the meta gun soon. Because I thought it was already pretty good. I'm surprised so many people don't like it. So many people were acting like this gun was like terrible. I was like, what? I feel like it's pretty good. I think they're above me. I'm gonna go this way. Why is there? Holy shit, that grenade was there for like 10 minutes. Okay, let's. No? No one's over there? Was that a bird that flew by or was that a person? What's the best gun so far? Obviously, in the weekend one, it was the Jackal. The Jackal PDW was like OP. But they did nerf it, so I'm not sure if that's still going to be the best gun or not. I think the C9 might become one of the better guns, to be honest, which is what I'm using right now. The Ames 85 was really good. The XM4 was really good. Honestly, the guns are really well balanced, I feel like. Most of the gun balance is perfectly fine in this game so far. Outside of SMGs and ARs, I don't really know. I don't really mess with those guns too much anyways, but I haven't really been able to find out which ones of those are the best. I don't know. I'm sure that they're all right. I keep seeing people say 4,000 devs worked on this game, but Treyarch only has 600 devs. I'm confused where these people get this information from. COD isn't Rockstar level of devs. Yeah, I don't know where. I haven't seen people say that, but I mean, if they are saying that, that is just incorrect. I think they don't have that many devs. I think it was like people used to say 2,000 devs. I think there maybe I think that number popped up in terms of like how many people are working on Call of Duty as a whole, like between all the studios, maybe. But I don't remember it being 4,000. I remember it being like 2,000, maybe. I don't recall anyone. I mean, whoever said 4,000 made that shit up, I think. Maybe if you include Activision and the Call of Duty studios, maybe it's 4,000. I don't know, but yeah, like the individual studios maybe have a couple hundred. Yeah, probably. 600 sounds about right. I missed the commando. I hope this game gets it. I don't know if it will, because I feel like the XM4 is like their version of like an M4, and the commando is not an M4 obviously, but it's like close enough. But no, I think that maybe they will. I don't know, because I feel like the XM4 from Cold War was more like a commando, whereas the XM4 in this game looks just more like a regular M4. So I'm not sure. Oh my god. Wow, I really want to try out Babylon. Hopefully we'll get that next.
Enemy on foot.
I forgot that we're leveling up.
Scanning area with scout pulse.
I think there's a new SMG, but I'm not sure what level you unlock it at. Hopefully soon, because I really want to try out a new SMG. Oh, there's a dude up here. I'm definitely getting better at like reading this version of the minimap. You had to learn it a little bit. Problem is we don't really know the true amount of devs that work on COD because Microsoft did the massive layoffs back then that affected like 2,000 employees. Yeah, that is true. I guess we don't know the specifics.
Do we have a problem here?
Oh my god, are you kidding me? That dude really just went, ooh. Yeah, my controller feels off. I just got this controller. I literally just bought it. And something about this stick right here feels off. I don't know what to make of it. I'm actually really excited for the MW3 Season 6. I think they're going to give us the roadmap for that probably right after this beta ends, like a day later maybe. Because I believe that season's going to start, I want to say, well, okay, the beta ends on like the 10th, right? The 10th or the 11th? The 10th. So I think they'll get the roadmap on the 11th. And then I think the season's going to come out on the 18th, maybe? September 18th? But I'm actually like really looking forward to that. Oddly enough. Really? We're not getting Babylon? Come on, give us Babylon. Come on. If we don't get it in the classified, we're gonna back out. I'm gonna do that thing where I back out just to get Babylon. I want to play Babylon. I really want to try it out. There we go. Oh, but it's kill order. Ooh. Ah, fuck it. We gotta play. Why do they have kill order in this? Like, just make it a separate playlist. Nobody wants to play kill order. Respectfully. So yeah, here's the DM10, this new marksman rifle. And then in the SMG category, there's the Tanto 22. That's it. Only 2 new guns, really? I thought there were more than that. Oh well. All right, let's try out this map. It's apparently really small. This is like a really tiny map. It takes place in Iraq. And it's been being called the shipment of this game. So let's see how it plays. I'm going to use the C9 again because I love this gun. And I'm the freaking target right off the bat. But yeah, this map is like tiny. Yeah, oh yeah, it's tiny. Oh yeah, it's tiny. It's obviously not as small as shipment, but it's like close to it. But see, I love small maps like this. I know people get so mad at the existence of these maps, but like, I personally don't get it. I love small maps, they're fun. Well, okay. I love small maps in games that have fast movement and a slower time to kill. So if we're playing a Treyarch game, I'm gonna like the small maps. Oh my god. Run! I've been the kill order. I've been the HVT for a while. Bro, they are not killing me. They're trying their best, but they are not doing it. Ooh, I got the helo. No, protect me! Protect me! Come on. Oh my god. Well, we got the chopper. Helicopter. Like, I don't know. Do you guys like small maps? I feel like I do. Again, it depends on the game, but like if it's a game like this, where the movement's good, and the time to kill is relatively slow, I like it. It just depends on the game. I think Cold War has a lot of fun small maps. Like Crossroads Strike was really fun. I would say this is a little smaller than like Nuketown maybe, so like it's definitely a smaller map. Oh shit. And I was a little upset that the strike maps weren't going to have streaks, but because we're still going to have small maps in the game regardless of if it's a strike map or not, I'm all for it, you know. Trying to shoot down my helicopter. Yeah, this is probably gonna end up being my favorite map in the game. I'm not gonna lie. At least in the beta, I think it's gonna be my favorite. I'm telling you, I just like them small, man. That sounds really wrong, but I like the map small. Oh my god. I hate kill order though. Kill order is kind of ruining the fun here. If we were playing like hardpoint right now, this would be a blast. Kill order's just, I don't know, like I like the idea, but like I just don't think it works in practice. If Microsoft didn't do the layoffs, then Treyarch could have added more content into MWZ instead of having to abandon it. Well, here's the thing. I don't really know who got laid off, like what like positions got laid off, because they made it sound like it was positions that they deemed like not required for so I forget what they said. They worded it in a way where it was like it was not going to affect the production of their games. So like I don't really know who exactly they laid off, you know? Because like what if it was a bunch of people in like the marketing part of the studio? I don't know. I have no idea what people were laid off, like, you know. But it probably did. It definitely affected something though, for sure. I refuse to believe it didn't affect any of the production.
Scanning area with scout pulse. Standing by. Scout pulse is active.
Scout pulse is active. Oh my god. Yeah, I like these maps. I don't know. Even though I'm dying in 2 seconds sometimes, it's, you know, it's fun. There definitely is a little bit of a weird, like, I don't want to say lag, but oh, what the hell is this? A little secret path? Alright. Yeah, I don't know, that was fun. I feel like that works as a map. I know a lot of people are going to hate it. People are going to call it like a brain rot grind map, but I don't really think necessarily like just because it's small that it's a quote unquote brain rot map. You know, that's what people call them, but I just don't agree. If the game has a slower time to kill and good movement, I think these maps can work in terms of like it feeling like you can have control, you know? Make sure my audio is good. Yeah, it looks good. I don't know. I like that. That was a fun match. I want to play a different mode though. I want to play like domination or hardpoint on that. That'd be cool. We still level 20? Yeah. Everyone's just gonna vote classified. They all want Babylon. That's just how people are. We like new stuff. We like trying new maps. Yeah, I'm gonna back out. I want to get Babylon again. And there's also a chopper gunner they added, which is 1600. Okay. It's really hard to get streaks in this game, so that's gonna be tough, but we'll see. I think that the streaks might go up to... Someone said they took out Scud, did they? Oh, they did take out Scud. You're right. I guess people were complaining about it enough to the point where they were like, yeah, let's get rid of Scud. Let's can it. Which is strange. I guess, are they going to rework them? They're probably going to rework the map then. I feel like the only reason they would have taken it out is if they're going to rework it. Bro, why isn't Babylon showing up? I don't get it. There we, oh, Babylon hardpoint, let's fucking go. Hell yes. Like, I don't know, MW3 showed me that small maps can be so much fun if the gameplay is good. I think people have a really bad, like, they have a bad taste in their mouth from Shipment MW 2019 and Shipment MW2 because Shipment was terrible in those games because the gameplay sucked. But if you play small maps in MW3, you can see they are fun as hell. Stash House is fun as hell. Emergency is fun as hell. Yard I don't like too much, but it's better than nothing, right? Rust is fun in that game too. Shipment's fun in that game. What are the other small maps they added? Meat is really fun. Like, these are fun ass maps. What are we gonna use now? I kind of just want to use the C9 again. I'll use the I'll check out the Jackal, see what the nerf is like. I'm assuming it's still decent though. Oh, did they add recoil? I feel like this, no, they added, I think they just nerfed the damage range, which isn't gonna hurt it too much in a mode like this. It feels worse already, I'll tell you that much. It definitely feels weaker, but maybe it's just placebo effect, I don't know. Something feels really bad from a connection standpoint though. Like, it doesn't, it feels like the frames are low. I don't know, I can't really explain it properly, but it just, something feels off. Maybe I'll check my settings. I don't think it's my settings or anything like that, but I think it's just the game. Yeah, capturing a hard point in this is rough. I mean, that's how it is in Shipment too, so I think you need maps like this in the game, and I'm happy they're taking advantage of this. I also was a big fan of Collateral from Cold War. Collateral Strike was so much fun. Damn, I really liked Scud. Yeah, you know, Scud I think was, I don't know, I think it had potential. I think they're gonna rework the satellite dish. I think they're gonna make it so it's harder to camp up there. That's what they're probably gonna do. Because it was really easy to camp up there and just not die. They're probably gonna nerf it a little bit. Do you think there would be a Halo and COD crossover? 100%, yeah. 100% now that the whole Microsoft thing. Oh, well, actually, part of me wants to say 100%, but another part of me is like, well, would that be kind of like, I don't know. Because if they want to, if they were like never gonna make a Halo game again, maybe, but like, maybe they will. I don't think they actually care. Like, I don't think it would ruin anything necessarily. Yeah, no, they probably will. It wouldn't be any more than like a skin though. It'd probably just be like a Master Chief skin or something. Scout pulse activated. Yeah, I know people are gonna hate this map, but I'm having fun with it. I think the best way for a game to work for this game, so, and I hope it ends up like this, but we'll see. So there's going to be 12 core maps on launch, right? I think 4 of them should be relatively small, like this kind of size, where it's like pretty tiny, right? 4 of them should be like more, definitely bigger, more like Skyline, where it's not like, it's not huge necessarily, but it's like, it's maybe medium size, maybe a little smaller than medium. And then the other 4 should be like medium to large. I think that's the best way to split up if you're gonna have 12 maps. That's the best way to split them up. But when I say medium to large for those 4 maps, I mean like maybe like jungle size from like Black Ops 1. I'm not talking like fucking like absolutely massive no, because we don't need big maps. Like if we're playing 6v6 COD, there's no reason to have huge maps. Most people in the community agree that big maps aren't fun, so like there's no need for them. And Treyarch has already came out and said there's not gonna be any big maps in this game, so and I'm glad they did. And a lot of people are pissed about that, but I feel like that makes sense. Like everyone hates on the big maps in Call of Duty. When's the last time there was a big map that people unanimously loved? No, everyone hates the big ones. Maybe not everyone, but a lot of people hate the big ones. A lot of people hate them. Like Miami from Cold War, that was easily the most hated map in Cold War. Easily the most hated map. So like, I'm not surprised Treyarch came out and said we're not doing big maps this year. Why would they do big maps if everyone hates on them, you know? Oh my god. Something feels really off right now. I can't really explain it. It feels like the frames are like low. I'm not, maybe that's just, maybe I'm going crazy, but I don't know, it feels off. I like Turbine. Was Turbine like that huge though? I don't know. I guess Turbine was definitely in the larger size, but I wouldn't say it's like large. Turbine also was just a great sniping map, so I think people liked it because of that. Ooh, look at this little secret path. Oh, this is cool. Oh! Are you kidding me? I do love how the maps are designed in this game, I will say. I know people do not love it, but I don't know. I think they have really cool features to them. I think Scud is the only one I'm not crazy about. Rewind is growing on me, even though I don't think I love it. But I love Derelict. I love Skyline. I think they're good maps. This map looks like it has a lot of potential to just be like a fun, crazy map. Bring back Stonehaven. See, the thing is, that map would actually probably be like decently fun in like a 12v12 mode. Which, that's my thing. Like, I actually don't mind having big maps. You just have to up the player counts for those big maps, you know? Which is exactly what Cold War ended up doing. Like, everyone hated on Miami. You know what they did? They said, all right, we're taking Miami out of 6v6. It's only playable in the 12v12 mode. Boom. Which makes perfect sense. Ah! Hostiles have captured the hard point. Hard point active. Oh! Fuck. Oh my god. I am surprised they're not doing like a 12v12 mode in this game. I guess, I'm sure maybe not enough people played it, that mode in Cold War maybe. Which is kind of annoying because I feel like that was such a fun mode. With all like the vehicles and stuff. I guess there's no, that means there's no vehicle mode in this multiplayer, right? Because there's gonna be gunfight, but there's no ground war. I guess not enough people play ground war. That has to be the reason, because I feel like otherwise it's a 4 years development game, right? You would think they would have spent the time to make at least a couple ground war maps. Or combined arms or whatever, right? But they had to do a single vehicle mode in this game. It must have just been not enough people played it. Which is unfortunate, because I did like those maps and modes. I didn't love like ground war and like the Modern Warfare games, but combined arms was so much fun in Cold War. I was such a combined arms fiend. Like combined arms Armada was some of my favorite COD experiences in the last couple of years. Combined arms Miami was great. What was that one map? Crossroads was kind of meh, but I don't know. The other ones were fun as hell. They had the fire team mode too, which that was just a bit much. The problem is people obviously are going to prefer the 6v6 experience, and if they spend all that time making those big maps, it's going to take away from the 6v6 maps. So I get it. But the idea of this being a game that was in 4 years of development, you know, obviously I think people expected maybe they were able to, you know, if they're able to do both, that would be nice, but I guess they weren't. Ah, shit. This kill streak cannot be used right now thing is really annoying. I think you can't use kill streaks while you're sprinting, maybe, which is strange. Like, why can't I use kill streaks while I'm moving? I don't see the problem. I feel like you could do that in most Call of Duties, right?
Hostiles have captured the hard point.
Scout pulse standing by.
Let's pick up a sniper. I thought I was picking up the LMG, to be honest. I think there was two guns next to each other that I picked up the wrong one. Oh my god.
Hardpoint identified.
What? Did they spawn behind me? No, they might have been just running around. I don't know.
Hostile counter UAV established above. Enemy UAV inbound. Hardpoint is active. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Yeah, I gotta check my settings after this game because I feel like something feels off.
Hardpoint is secure. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
How does this weapon feel now? It doesn't feel that different. I think they just nerfed the damage range a little bit, so you know, when you're shooting people at a range, it's not going to be as powerful. But I mean, that obviously is only going to affect it if you're shooting at a distance. If you're shooting up close, it's probably not going to be that different. It definitely feels a tiny bit weaker, but like I think that's an okay nerf. It still works just fine though. I think this is still going to be a competitive gun.
Scout pulse standing by.
Hardpoint located. Hardpoint is secure.
Oh god. Nice.
Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Hardpoint active.
This LMG's honestly not that bad. Oh my god.
Hardpoint locked down.
They did increase the weapon swap speeds too, which is interesting. I didn't even know those were bad. Like I didn't even think about that last weekend.
Hardpoint is secure.
Oi!
Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
Scout pulse live.
We should go pistol only. I do have to get more attachments for the pistol. I think that would be... What? This thing kind of stinks! Apparently that guy stinks too, though.
Hardpoint identified.
Because the pistols right now kind of suck, but I think if you add more attachments, they could be decent.
Scout pulse standing by.
Hostile UAV established overhead.
Which is why I'd love Pick 10 to return, because like I would love to just remove my sidearm for like more perks or something.
Hostiles have the hardpoint.
But you know, Pick 10 ain't gonna exist no more. I think it'll come back next year. I do.
Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
Aye!
Scout pulse live.
Oh, come on. We're 47 and 49. Oh my god.
Enemy UAV inbound.
Somehow with a negative KD. You know what? But we have a lot of kills. The kills are what matter. The kills are what matter. That just means I'm rushing a lot. Damn.
Scout pulse running.
Please someone shoot that down. Please. Nobody uses launchers. Someone did, I guess.
Hardpoint
Not many people use launchers in the beta because you're not getting camos, and people only really use their launchers to get their camos.
falling behind Crimson.
I feel like there should be a perk that lets you use a launcher
Hardpoint
and a secondary pistol at the same time. That'd be an interesting perk. Like instead of your launcher replacing, kind of like how it was in COD 4 actually, where if you use a perk, you get your launcher, but it's a D-pad piece of equipment, so you just press a D-pad to pull out a launcher, so you can still have a pistol while also using a launcher.
The CIA against
Now I think that would only be good. That'd have to be like a perk though, right? You couldn't just put that in as like a main thing, because then streaks would never exist. You know, I haven't used the reflex sight on this weapon, but I feel like I should. All right, let me check my settings because yeah, I'm curious if if I changed anything. I was really messing with it yesterday, and I'm not like sure if this has any effect. No, refresh rate's fine. Everything looks fine. Maybe it's just the game. I think the game just looks funny right now. It don't look right. It looks like, I don't know. It's a beta, but I don't think the first weekend felt like that though. That's why I'm a little confused. I don't know. Chopper Gunner, we don't get to level 29. Are you kidding me? Chopper Gunner is going to be rough to get, man. Holy shit, 60. I like having score streaks that are of high value. That is good. That is a good thing. I'm happy about that. But, big but, like, give us looping streaks, man. Like, if you're going to have them be so hard to get, make them loop, you know? Like, I don't understand why they don't do that. It's crazy, man. It should tell you what the attachment does when you're just over it, so I don't have to like do the whole pressing A thing. Best multiplayer in a long time. I think it will be. It's hard to tell with the beta, but I think it will be. I think it's gonna be the best one in the Warzone era. I don't think I'm gonna like it more than BO4. It's gonna be kind of hard to beat BO4, but I think it's gonna be the best one in the Warzone era for sure. Let's use the XM4.
Domination.
But yeah, I think this is gonna be the best.
Beginning capture. Charlie, locked down.
Where to? I do not know.
Cold War is still my favorite of the Warzone era in terms of multiplayers. Modern Warfare 3 is a close second though. Like MW3 is solid. The more I play that game, the more I'm like, this is solid. It literally just needs a couple changes, and I think it could be the best. But I feel like there's just some things that kind of make it not as fun. Like, I think the whole launch of that game, just the fact that it was all like remasters, I think was definitely it put a sour taste in my mouth because I'm like, I want new maps, right? But once all the DLC came though, I thought that game became a lot better. And I don't know, it's honestly some of the most fun I've had playing multiplayer in a while.
They're taking C.
Yeah, this just feels off right now. Something like, I don't know. It's like, it feels like the frame rate's low. I don't know. Don't know what's going on there. I want more CODs that are in the more futuristic era because they can be more creative on guns. Yeah, that's true. I think that might be next year's Call of Duty. Well, to be fair, honestly, if they do a futuristic game next year, I don't think it's going to be far future. So it's not going to be like too crazy. I think it's going to be like a near future, kind of like a almost like a Battlefield 2042 in a sense, you know, where it's like still trying to be somewhat militaristic and grounded, but it's just a little bit in the future. I think that's what next year's Call of Duty is going to be. But if we want the really crazy futuristic COD, I think we're going to have to wait for Sledgehammer's next game. Which, I mean, that's just speculation, obviously, but I think they will. I've heard a lot about Sledgehammer behind the scenes. Like, I've heard that they really want to make a futuristic game. Like, they've wanted to do that since World War II and Vanguard were two games that, you know, I'm sure they had passion behind. I'm sure they enjoyed making them, but ultimately, that's not what they wanted to make. They wanted to make another futuristic game. And then Modern Warfare 3 happened, and again, they wanted to make a futuristic game, but they were put under the Modern Warfare 3 project. So I think the reason they were just never given creative freedom is because Activision just didn't trust them. Activision felt like they kept letting them down. I mean, especially after Vanguard, which was such a poorly received game. I mean, I think they just didn't trust Sledgehammer anymore. But this year, because of how much positive reception MW3 has had, not in regards to campaign though, the campaign got shit on, but in terms of multiplayer, like there was a lot of positive reception there. I think they might give Sledgehammer creative freedom finally to do what the hell they want to do and actually make a futuristic game. But I don't think we're gonna get to see that Call of Duty for a while. Dude, why do I get put in lobbies against these guys 9-0, 12-1? Like, what the fuck? And look at my team in comparison. What in the skill-based matchmaking? Maybe I should run some perks that make me blind to enemy score streaks. I wasn't gonna do that because I feel like not many people were getting them, but I think in my lobbies, I'm sorry, the first couple days of the beta, like no one got any streaks, but I think now that people are learning the strategies of how to get streaks fast, I think they're all just getting them now, you know. I'm just playing against really good players though, to be honest. These guys are fucking cracked. Absolutely cracked. You hope next year is a BO2 remaster? I would like that a lot. I don't think it will be, but I would like that. I think I would prefer that, honestly, over the BO2 sequel that they've got rumored. Because a BO2 sequel, it's going to be like what Modern Warfare 3 is, where they're going to remaster a bunch of BO2 maps, have similar like look and feel to Black Ops 2, but it's not going to have the gameplay of Black Ops 2. It's going to be a new game. Which, I mean, I'm fine if they do that as well, but like, I think it'd be easier for them to remaster it just fully, and also it would be cool because having a remaster of BO2 would be sick. Honestly, there's a lot of other CODs that I think need a remaster first, but I don't think they're ever gonna do them, to be honest. I think they're just never gonna remaster Call of Duties. They've made it pretty clear. MW3 was like a middle finger to remasters, basically. It was saying, no, if we're not gonna remaster any games, we're just gonna bring back all the maps from it instead. So like, yeah, I don't think they're doing remasters. Bro, see, this is what I mean though. Like, streak looping wouldn't make any difference in how fast these enemies are getting helicopters. They're still getting helicopters because they're good, right? If they could loop their streaks, it wouldn't make any difference. Looping streaks would just make it more fun for the person who's getting the streaks. Where the people going against the streaks, it wouldn't be any different. So I don't see why we can't have streak looping. It doesn't make any sense. Advanced Warfare 2 introducing robot Kevin Spacey. Watch out, he may touch you. Oh no, nah, yeah, that wouldn't be good. What's up, Rain? This lobby stinks. I said this is my last stream. In betas, I don't waste time. If we're going against the fucking pros, I'm leaving. Like, I'm not wasting time in those lobbies. I'm just not doing it. Like, I don't usually agree with people who rage quit, but in a beta, I don't give a shit. Like, it's a beta. These stats don't matter. These stats, like, who cares? I'm rage quitting. Enjoying multiplayer? I'm enjoying it. Just not when we get put in lobbies like that, though, you know? Oh my god. All right. We joined late in this one, so... Damn. I do think, I mean, skill-based matchmaking is literally a response to the fact that video game or Call of Duty in general is not really that fun when you're getting shit on, right? It's just not fun. So that's why skill-based matchmaking exists. But I think they don't realize that that's also going to taint the experience for people who like are good, because then they're just getting put up against people who are, or in general, not even people who are good, like just anybody. The way it works is it basically makes it so you're not going to have too many games where you're doing really good in a row. And you're also not going to have too many games where you're doing really bad in a row, you know? So it kind of like tries to balance it out like that, which I get the reasoning behind that, but it's making it really hard for anyone to just absolutely love the multiplayer experience, you know? People are going to like it. They're going to tolerate it. They'll play it. But, I mean, they're not going to love it like they did back in the day, because you have this situation where they're not able to just get random lobbies, you know? It's always going to be a frustrating matchmaking experience. But I think what they should do is, if they're really so worried about people who suck so bad that they're never going to get, you know, any kills in their games, first of all, they could get into a lobby where they get lucky and they're playing against people who aren't great. That happens, right? But also, just do things in the map and in the game that just make it fun regardless of if you're good or bad. I think that is the way to do it. Why was it letting me destroy my friendly trophy system? I don't know. Yeah, it said hold to destroy. What? That's a friendly one, though. Why would it let me destroy a friendly one? I don't know.
Not this time.
So, like, an example is even, honestly, just little map interactable features is a good example of that. So I'm glad they have a couple of those features in this game already, but add more stuff like that. Fuck, put some mini games in the multiplayer. That sounds ridiculous, but like, just stupid little things that just people can mess around with and laugh at. Like, I mean, interactable features is probably the best way to do that. like this thing right here. Like this thing's funny. You can crush people with it. And there's a little like secret spot underground. Stuff like that just adds so much character to the maps. I think that is definitely a good way to make the game fun for people, even if they're not good. Ghosts DLC, I think, did the best job at it, because Ghost DLC had these crazy streaks that you didn't have to really work that hard to get. You just had to get a field order, and sometimes it was get a kill while crouch or something. Like, it's easy shit, right? But that was fun and interesting, right?
Give me a UAV.
Like, even if you were pretty bad, you could get the streak to become Michael Myers. Like, that's cool. I think camel grinding is obviously something that anyone can do, so I think that's definitely a good thing to make the game fun, even if you suck. Camel grinding's not... Oh my god. And then sweaty kids are always interesting. I can't even call them sweaty when I'm a pretty sweaty player myself, so... I just don't want to go up against them, you know? I only play a max of 4 games on COD and take a break for a while. That's not a bad idea at all. That is how you stay mentally sane. Oh my god. Heal. Oh, I couldn't find that guy. Zombies is a good mode for pro players and new players, to be honest, but multiplayer is not. Because it's always leaning on to pro players. Well, it depends, because, I mean, like, skill-based matchmaking is going to protect you from certain players until you're doing good, too. That's the thing. It's like, you're doing good, and then eventually you'll get put into lobbies with people who are also doing really good, but then once you start getting shit on long enough, you'll start to go into easier lobbies. Like, that's why you're never going to just be like, skill-based matchmaking can never be something you get annoyed with every single game, and anybody who does they suck at the game, just straight up. Like, they just suck, and they're blaming skill-based matchmaking. That's a lot of people do that, let's be honest. Like, and I do that too. I'll admit it. There's times where I'll blame skill-based matchmaking. It probably wasn't even skill-based matchmaking. It's probably just I just was sucking that game. It happens, right? But like, if someone's sitting there blaming skill-based matchmaking every single game, then yes, they just suck. Because that's not how skill-based matchmaking works. It's not gonna put you into pro lobbies every single game. It will just do it every now and I call them pro lobbies, but like, obviously you're not actually playing against pros, but like, you're playing against people who are also doing good and they're on a good streak, so they're probably gonna, in general, be better. But if you're on a losing streak and you're doing really bad a couple games in a row, you're gonna get into lobbies where other people are also not doing great, which means they might not be as good. So like, that's how it's meant to work. So you can't physically do terrible every single game, and skill-based matchmaking just never put you into like any easy lobby, you know? So if you just keep doing bad again and again and again, maybe you just do some self-reflection. Maybe you're just not good at the game. I'm not saying you I'm not talking about you. I'm like, in general, like anyone. That's kind of just like what I've noticed. Like, skill-based matchmaking only affects some games, you know? Like, you could tell, like, if you get like go on a really good kill streak one game, and then like the next game you go on another really good kill streak, and then another, if you do 3 games in a row where you go on some nice kill streaks and you're doing really good, you're destroying the lobby, yeah, expect that next game to be a kind of a bitch. Like, you're going to be going up against really good dudes. Which, to be honest, I don't mind going up against really good players, only if it's in ranked mode. Like, it's actually fun going up against really good dudes in ranked mode. But the actual core Call of Duty experience, like, you're trying to pub stomp. Like, let's be honest, we want to pub stomp. That's the funnest thing to do in Call of Duty is pub stomp. So like, anything that gets in the way of that obviously is gonna rub you the wrong way, you know? I could play zombies indefinitely, but multiplayer I have to take a break. Yeah, that's fair.
Don't get cocky. This shit ain't over.
Oh, I just realized we're playing domination. For some reason I thought we were playing hardpoint for a second. Wait, do you not get kills for defending the domination flag? Do they not have that in this game? Did I just realize that? Like, you don't get extra score for it, do you? and then the game is too chaotic to not have 150 HP. So here's the thing. The time to kill is actually not that different than Cold War. Like the HP, whether it's 150 or 100, it does not impact the time to kill as much as people think. Like you could have 150 HP in 2 different games and have completely separate time to kills. It's just that's like the base level that they wanted to have the game at, and I don't really think it's like, I don't think it makes too big of a difference. The time to kill itself, even though it feels kind of fast, apparently it's actually not that faster than Cold War. It's like almost in the same level as MW3, which is like just a little faster than Cold War. But it does feel a lot faster, which is weird. And I don't know if that's because of the beta connection or something like that. I really don't know. So I've been kind of confused about it too, but I don't know. I'm going to replace the shotgun because I'm not using this. Oh, we don't have the Tanto unlocked? Oh, it's level 30 you unlock the Tanto? Get the hell out of here. When do you unlock? What do you unlock at level 22? What did we just unlock? Rewards. Oh, the interceptors. I'm gonna run them. Why not? No, they're kind of pointless. Calling a fighter jet squadron that eliminates enemy air targets. So it's basically like an EMP, but it's kind of useless right now because not many people are running. Like, there's not many streaks in the air because there's not many streaks in the game. That's such a weird streak to add right now, I feel like. That seems kind of pointless. I don't know. Yeah, there should be a defense bonus. I don't know why there isn't. Even if it's just like 25 score. There's something on my water bottle and it looks kind of gross.
Team deathmatch.
I don't know.
Work quick and clean.
I don't know, man. I don't. This shit scares me. Let me use AK. Might not be the best gun to use, but I want to try it out on this map. You know what this map reminds me of, weirdly enough? It reminds me of Showdown from COD 4. Showdown, but like the middle area is a small square instead of a rectangle. Do you like Call of Duty's campaign? For me, it's a must mode because I like story and single player games a lot. Yeah, I like the campaigns. I do think they're the least important aspect of Call of Duty to me. Well, actually, no. I think I like it more than Warzone, but in terms of like the paid Call of Duty experiences, I think campaigns are the least important for me. Just because like you play it once, you never play it again, or maybe you do play it again, but you play it again years later. You know, it doesn't like take up much of my experience with the game. Like I'll play multiplayer and zombies for like 100 hours worth throughout the life cycle, right? Probably more than that, depends on the game. But the campaign's like 5 hours, you know? So like I think it's a very different type of thing. I care about it less because of that, but I do still love the campaigns. They're great. I love them when they're good, obviously. Some of them suck, but some of them are amazing. And definitely looking forward to the campaign this year. I have a lot of campaign videos planned for this year. Unfortunately, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to get them done though, because I have some issues with my footage was corrupted for some stuff I was planning, but hopefully I can make it work. Ay, ay, ay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ooh, it was a weird delay there for ADSing after jumping. It's like a really hard delay, actually.
We've given up the lead.
Yeah, the game feels really weird today. If you guys have played the beta today, let me know if you think it feels weird. Like I think the frames just feel low. Like it feels like I'm playing on a worse monitor or something. But like I'm not. So I don't get it. I'm sure it looks visually fine. It's just something on my monitor. Maybe it's my monitor. I don't know. I could be going absolutely insane. I don't know. Call of Duty campaigns are definitely a must for every COD game. It sets the mood, atmosphere, and setting for the game. It does, but I still don't think it's necessary. Like, look, I love them, and I would like to have one for every game, but I also did not give a shit when there wasn't one for BO4. Like, I honestly just didn't, like, it didn't affect the game negatively, is what I'm saying, right? Like, I know a lot of people say, oh, BO4 can't be one of the best CODs because it doesn't even have a campaign, but, like, it doesn't impact my love for that game at all. Like, it just doesn't. Same with BO3. BO3 is my favorite COD of all time, and that campaign stinks. So, like, you know? But when they're good, and it definitely, I love having a good campaign. I mean, Infinite Warfare, I fucking love that campaign. Oi! Oh my god. I might pull out the C9. I was having too much fun with this thing before, and they buffed it, so... How's everything going so far? The beta's fun. I like this map a lot, but something feels weird with the beta right now. Like, it feels like the frame rates are, like, lower than usual. But I could be going crazy. I'm from the Middle East, so BO6 campaign for me is going to be fire. Probably one of the best campaigns. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of stuff in the Middle East in this game, yeah. Even this map, I think, takes place in Iraq. My aim is so off now. You know, I don't know. It's just something feels weird with this game. I don't know what it is right now. I feel like I'm going insane. I think it's the FPS that feels off, and I don't know if there's something on my end that I'm doing wrong that's causing that, or if, like, I don't know. I could be just crazy. I don't know. What the hell is that? There's something in my water, and it looks really gross. What is that? It looks fucking scary. I'm gonna replace this bottle because I don't like that. It's. I'll be right back. I'll be 2 seconds. All right. It's like the movement messes up with my aim / aim assist. Oh, you're saying like movement in general? All right. We didn't get to use the MP5 like at all last game, so let's do it again. BO4, in my opinion, was good. Yeah, I agree. It's one of my favorite CODs, I think. Especially the multiplayer. I think zombies is a little lower for me. And I still like the zombies a lot. It's just not like... I don't think I'd say it's top 2. But, the multiplayer might genuinely be top 2. I don't know. Then there's the blackout mode, which blackout's fun, but like the only issue is I feel like not having buybacks hurt the game quite a bit. Like not having a way to come back, because if you played with a squad and one of your teammates died, they would just have to sit there the rest of the game and not do anything. I feel like the gulag system and the buyback system of Warzone like makes that game actually playable, you know? But when you don't have a system like that, it's just I don't know, it's not fun for a lot of people. And you could say it's just like a skill issue, but it's like, no, like if you're playing with a group and one of them dies, it sucks that they have to sit there and do nothing for 20 minutes. Like, that is just by design pretty bad, you know? You want to get people engaged in your game, you know? Now, obviously, if you're playing solo, it doesn't really matter as much because you could just load up a new game, but I think it negatively affects the game when people can't come back. After you finish watching all of American Horror Stories, what show will you watch next? Oh, I'm gonna do a poll to see what people want me to watch. There's like 35 shows I'll probably put in the poll, so it's whatever show they pick is what I'll go with. Oh my goodness. But I have a couple other like shows planned. I might do Arcane soon because I know season 2 comes out soon, so I might do season 1. I've never seen that show. Heard good things, but that's a quicker show to watch. I don't have to wait till I finish American Horror Story for that. That guy's way too far for me to kill him right now. What did I mantle over? Are you kidding me? I hate those random mantles. Those are so frustrating. Like, what did I did not want to mantle. I feel like this game is so fast-paced that UAVs almost feel kind of useless. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you're so constantly finding people. That guy spawned right there. Holy shit. These spawns are rough. That guy spawned right there. I feel so bad for him. Ah! Oh. Run, run, run! Holy shit! People are gonna hate this map, but bro, I don't know. I like the chaotic maps, man. They're fun as hell. I like them. That might be my next video I make, because I gotta talk about these maps. I'm not gonna rank them just yet, but I gotta talk about them because there's so much hate for the maps right now on Twitter. And like, I get it for like some of them. Like, I get it. Scud isn't very good. Rewind has its issues, but like, I don't see what's wrong with Derelict. I don't understand why people hate that map. I think that map's fun. Skyline's good. This map so far is fun as hell. Like, the chaos of it is good. Now, obviously, it's not a good competitive map. I don't think it's going to work well for competitive. And yeah, I really doubt they're going to use this for competitive, but it's still fun as hell. Like, I don't know. BO4 is better than Cold War, but I liked both. Yeah, I agree with that. My aim was so good week 1, now it's trash. I don't know what's up. Maybe they changed something aim-wise. I don't know. Ah!
TACOM, requesting recon overhead.
I like them as well. I played it, and it is better than Scud and Derelict. See, I still like Derelict quite a bit. I probably like this more than Derelict. Definitely more than Scud. I like Derelict more than I feel like most people seem to. My only issue with Derelict is the foliage and stuff could kind of mess up my stream, but that's about it. It's like, it doesn't look good on stream because there's so much greenery, and greenery does not do well for streams for some reason. I don't know why. I think it's more of a YouTube issue than anything, but... or encoding issue. Oh, that's a friendly piece of equipment. Okay. Ooh. We're doing pretty good this game. Someone's right around this corner. I know I'm camping like a little bitch right now, but nah. I didn't want to get killed by that guy. I knew I'd insta kill him if he came around that corner. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. How the fuck are we alive? What just happened? No! Dude, you can't like sprint down here. It's so hard to move. Obviously that makes sense, but oh my god. Where the hell's this guy? He's down. Oh,
Hardpoint is secure.
no, not the gas. No, 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 no.
Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint locked down.
How am I still alive right now? What the hell?
Hardpoint identified.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm still alive.
Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
Oh, on a merciless. Oh, but we can't streak loop because there's no streak looping. A good example of streak looping would be very fun right now. Being able to get another UAV and stuff, that would be awesome. But no streak looping. I'm never gonna stop hating on no streak looping. I'm not gonna stop hating on it. I think it's so stupid. It ruins the fun of streaks, man. It ruins it. It shits in the face of going for streaks. Like, you can't tell me that doesn't shit on it.
Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
UAV standing by.
Hardpoint located. Hardpoint is secure.
I also want, I don't know why they don't have the kill counter on the screen, like your kill streak counter. They added that in MW3. They had it in Cold War even, but
Point active.
I'm honestly confused why it's not in this game.
Hostiles have
I don't know, there's a lot of things that I'm always confused why they're just not in the game right away. Like, why did... I'm sure they'll add that later on because I'm sure enough people ask for it, but like, that's just one of those things where it's like, I'm surprised it's not even in the game. Like, I feel like it's just like a thing they would just add, you know? Like, wouldn't you, if you made this many Call of Duties, right? Wouldn't you have like a template of what Call of Duty should look like and then just like carry them over to the next game, you know? Like, that's why I don't get why some stuff just doesn't carry over. I mean, again, they'll probably end up adding it later, but
hardpoint is secure.
I don't know. I feel like
Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
the idea of a kill counter is kind of just like a standard thing for Call of Duty, I feel like, at this point. Or at least it should be. I want to know what kind of streak I'm on, you know?
Hardpoint identified.
Except for the medals. I guess the medals is the really only way of knowing, but... Derelict is good. People say Derelict is hard to see enemies. I don't have that issue. Yeah, I haven't really had that issue. I feel like the enemies are outlined kind of fine. You know, like they have... You can clearly see their name. The only time I have trouble seeing enemies is if they're prone like this, like with their legs in front of them. That kind of makes them hard to see, but I think that kind of goes for every map, to be honest.
Hostiles have the hardpoint.
I've had that issue on all the maps.
Hardpoint locked down.
I do think we need some more like linear 3-lane maps though. I'm a little like, that's one thing that I think they need to do more with, which I think we will get those.
Give me eyes on the track.
I think the full game's gonna have more of those, but we definitely need like some like raid style maps. Like even Skyline is not as linear 3-lane as I thought it was gonna be.
Located.
It's more like 2-lane Skyline, which is weird. It's like 2-lane and then the third lane, the middle lane is like up, which is weird, but it works. I like the map. It's not like as linear 3-lane as like a map like Seaside from BO4. That's like linear 3-lane, you know. I feel like that's the kind of map that people want.
Mission goals agreed.
51 and 18. We did really good that game. Damn. We were feasting. That was some of the most fun I had in this beta so far, actually. I gotta say. Bro tried to stun you and then go behind you. I didn't even see that. I didn't even notice that. I was clutching there a little bit. Cloud skin is great. I agree. I think in BO6 it's score streaks and not kill streaks. Yes, it's score streaks, but you can't loop them. That's my problem. The fact that you can't loop them. Trying to give me back shots. They might have been doing that. I don't know. I wish there was a Call of Duty like COD Mobile playable on consoles. That would be nice. But if they were to do that, then there would like no one would be playing the new games. So they need to get people to play the new games, and they know that people probably won't play the new games if they had that. So Yeah. What do we unlock with 23? Sleeper Agent? Should I try out Sleeper Agent? I'm kind of curious. It's a field upgrade, right? I have the Assault Pack on every single class. Because, I mean, it's the Assault Pack. The Sleeper Agent's interesting. You can infiltrate the enemy team appearing as a friendly for a short duration. Gunfire and enemy content reveal your identity. Oh, so when you start shooting, that doesn't seem that useful. I'll try it, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be OP. I think it's going to be more annoying than anything. Like, it's not going to be that useful. It's just going to be annoying. What are the new weapons? There's the Tanto SMG. I haven't unlocked them yet because they're later in the levels. There's an SMG and then there's a tactical rifle, but that's it. Literally an SMG and a tac rifle. Like, I can't believe there's only 2 new guns in the beta, which is crazy. I don't know why they haven't had many guns in this beta. Not many streaks either, which kind of honestly really worries me for the full game. Like, I feel like they usually have more than this in betas. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. Like, it's such a low amount to the point where I'm worried that the full game is just not going to have that much. Which, for a game made for 4 years, like, it's got to have more than that, right? Like, no way that's all we're getting. Because let me think. So there's 8 maps that they adding for this beta, and there's 60 maps in the full game, right? So that means they added about half of the content into the beta. I don't think that's going to be the same for everything, but let's just assume it is. That means the full game is going to have, I think there's 8 streaks in the beta currently. That means the full game will probably have around 16 streaks. Is 16 streaks a normal amount for Call of Duty? I think maybe it is. It probably is. And then I guess guns. Yeah, I guess it will be fine. I don't know. For some reason, it just feels like it's less than usual for a beta, but maybe it's not. Maybe I'm just remembering incorrectly.
Hostile UAV established overhead.
Honestly, Omni movement's cool and all, but it honestly doesn't work that well because of just how controllers work. I don't think they're meant to be like pushed in the directions that they are in this game. Like, try using, like, if you use a controller and you try clicking the stick in a direction, because obviously you have to click it in order to, you have to click it to sprint. If you click it in a direction other than forward, it doesn't feel right, you know? And like, I wasn't really noticing that. It might be more than normal. You might be right. So maybe it is going to be fine. Why does it feel like there's like no content? Even though there, I guess it is a normal amount for a beta then. I don't know. Maybe it's because I played the beta so much more than I played any other beta. I've played it so much.
Enemy assault pack destroyed. Watch your target ID.
Oh my god. Is a sleeper agent ready? I think because we just did so good last game, we got put into one of those lobbies. You know what I mean? One of those lobbies. Is there an auto sprint option?
Scanning area with south.
Yeah, but I don't like auto sprint because sometimes I don't want to sprint. You know, like I don't, just because I'm walking forward does not mean I want to be auto sprinting. You know, like sometimes there's reasons why maybe I wouldn't want to do that. Which is the same reason I don't like the auto mantle. I don't like, because they added this whole new thing with like auto mantle features. They added auto tac sprint. Like, I don't like those. I like having more control over my player. And there's going to be some instances where I'm not going to want to do something. So I don't want the game to force it on me, you know?
Hostile assault pack down.
Aye!
One by.
Damn. What? The game's over? What? No, did we join that one? I don't know. Game feels fine on PC. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's just because when you're on a controller, I feel like the Omni movement's not. It's not meant to be clicked that way. It works. It's not meant to be clicked that way, really. So when you do it, like I've never played any game that has you clicking the left stick in any direction other than forward. I've never played a game that does that. There is, but I personally never played one. So it just feels odd, you know. But it works. I felt this way even the first weekend of the beta, but it still works. It's still smooth in practice. What are the new maps? Right here, Babylon. There's no other new map currently. They are going to add another strike map, though. I think probably either tomorrow. Yeah, probably tomorrow. The other strike map, I think, is called Stakeout or something. And the new weapons we have not unlocked yet, so we're going to have to wait a bit for those. Is Sleeper Agent as cancer as it sounds? I haven't even used it yet because, I mean, I had it that game, but I didn't get a chance to use it because the game went so fast. I don't think it's going to be that crazy because it deactivates when you start shooting. So it's like, you can't really do too much with it, you know? I've done it in the Resident Evil 4 remake. Oh, okay, I guess it does exist, but it's just not like a common thing, you know? Only thing left is them playing the game for you. Auto everything. Because like if you do it yourself, it doesn't click as hard when you pull back and then click. When you're doing it forward, it's a very easy click. And if you do it like diagonally, it doesn't click at all. So I don't think you can't really like sprint diagonally that effectively. You kind of have to sprint forward and then start moving diagonal, and then it works. But like if you first try to sprint while moving diagonally, it doesn't work that well. Oh god. Damn, bro. I feel like the HVT feels like it takes 80 years to kill, but whenever I get killed when I'm HVT, it feels like they shot me like normally. Like it's so weird.
Enemy HVT on site. Take them out. HVT under fire. Repeat, HVT under fire. Keep it that way.
Well, we got Sleeper Agent now, so we might as well use it.
They got our HVT.
Shipment is way too small. This map seems like an actual fun small map. Looks like a CSGO map or something. Just play CSGO lobbies that were just like Babylon. Just brain dead killing foes. So honestly, Shipment I still don't think is like... Here's the thing. It depends what game you're playing. Shipment MW 2019 sucks. Shipment MW2 sucks. Shipment MW3 works perfectly fine. Like I've had a lot of fun and it feels like you can have control in the lobby. Is it still very chaotic? Yes. But I don't think it's like, you know, this like brain rot experience like a lot of people make it out to be. It only is that way if the gameplay isn't designed around it. You know what I mean?
HVT under fire. Repeat, HVT
Yeah, you can use, but even when I have the armor plates in, it's like, damn. Oh my god.
Hostile HVT located. Protect our HVT.
Oh, that guy's beefy. I think I destroyed his armor though. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this mode though. Like, I think it has its uses, but it shouldn't be in the main playlist though.
Stay on task. Enemy HVT on site. Take them out.
I think MW3 handled small maps pretty perfectly. There was like usually one per season, and the ones they've added have been really fun.
HVT under fire. Repeat, HVT under fire.
This gun is kinda OP. It's not great up close though. And the iron sights on this thing suck. So if you're using the Ames 85, use a sight. Imagine they make us get mounted kills for the camo grind. Yeah, everyone's gonna be just doing this.
Protect our HVT. Requesting recon HVT under fire. Repeat, HVT under fire.
Ah!
We took out their HVT. We're winning. Keep it that way.
Ooh!
UAV fuel check 50%. Get me eyes in the sky.
Calling that UAV.
HVT located.
Cooking a grenade. And the HVT got me. That's why I don't like this mode. Whenever you go up against the guy, dude, it fucking sucks. The calls are kind of annoying. Yeah, there's a lot of call outs in this mode. I have noticed that. I had to stop playing as Brutus because Brutus's voice lines are so annoying. Like I don't know if they changed it or anything, but when I first played as Brutus in the weekend 1, he was so loud. Every second he was like it was so, I just didn't want to hear it no more. Like I was so tired of it. Klaus isn't that bad though. Klaus isn't annoying.
Stay on task. Enemy HVT is down. Our HVT has been eliminated.
Yeah, I feel like a small map like this you can have control over. Like it's not like it's just complete like again, like it's not brain rot to me. I don't know. It depends. Again, it depends on the game. If the time to kill was really fast and the movement sucked in a game like MW2, then yeah, then it would be brain rot. But I don't think it is when the game is good. You know. The Jackal PDW is goated. It is. They did nerf it a little, but it's still great. I hope they had Sleight as Hand as a perk. Yeah, actually, I didn't check if I'm assuming those are attachments, but like fast hand attachments. But I don't know if they have it as if they'll have it as a perk too. I got to play the game. I guess that was all right. That wasn't the best play ever. This map is medium size. It's not small. I'd call this small. I think this is leaning. This is like Nuketown size. This is probably smaller than Nuketown, actually. I'd personally call this small. But I guess it depends on the, I don't know. I think it's one of the smallest maps in the game, they said, I think. I don't know if it's the smallest, though. Obviously, it's not smaller than the strike maps, but it's pretty small. But I don't know. I think it's fun. I like I said, I'm not going to care about strike maps too much because there's no score streaks. And if there's no score streaks in a mode, I'm sorry, I don't care. Like, I don't care if there's no score streaks. Speaking of score streaks, I'm going to use the RCXD because I've actually never used it in the beta so far. I haven't used the counter UAV either, I guess. But interceptors, like I said before, there's really no reason to use them. They're EMPs, but there's barely any people using streaks anyways, so there's no point. Once I unlock that chopper gunner, though, I'm going to be running that chopper gunner. Kind of want to change some of my nah, maybe not. We'll leave it. The maps in this game are smaller than average, but I think it works well given the movement system. I think it works fine too. I think the only map I'm not crazy about is Scud, which they've removed from the beta, so I think they're going to rework it a little. Rewind, I'm like iffy on. I don't know. I think Rewind's okay. It's just sometimes it plays like really slow. Like it feels incredibly slow sometimes, but other times it feels fine. Should I flank? No, I'm just gonna.
They're taking C. Taking Bravo underway.
We're taking C. For real? Let me go get C.
We lost C.
Oh my god. How did we lose that gunfight? Let's get A. A's just chilling right here.
Objective capture in progress.
All zones are being locked down.
Oh my, they're spawning everywhere. I guess they weren't. I'm sure that guy just came around. I don't think he spawned there. Aye. Oh god. Oh! Oh, come on! Why was there a guy there? Come on! Oh, you gotta be shitting me. Alright, let's use this RCXD. How do you use it? What? You have to... What? Why do they change the mechanics? I don't understand why they do that. It was perfectly fine in the old game. Why did they have to change it? You have to actually accelerate with the RT? That's so stupid. In Cold War, you just move it. Actually, you know, this gives me a time to argue about vehicle controls. Vehicle controls in Warzone suck ass. And you know what vehicle controls were amazing and actually really good? Cold War's combined arms. But you know what they decided to do in this mode? They decided they're going to make the mechanics the same as the vehicles. in fucking in Warzone, because I guess they want to make it more similar to Warzone, because, you know, as much connection as possible. But those mechanics suck. Vehicle controls are trash in Warzone. Absolutely trash. The OG just mechanics that RCXDs had were so much better.
Cover me while I work. Enemy removed. Park requesting UAV tasking.
UAV in the territory.
I knew there was gonna be a guy there, but I fucked up.
CXD rolling out.
Like, this is just stupid controls. This is not. This is hard. What the fuck? Did they act? This is terrible. Bro, how do you control this thing? And it doesn't even count. That is the worst RCXD in COD history. Oh my god. I'm not that, like, trust me, I'm not shit. Like, that was some terrible controls. I don't know if you guys have used it too, but trust me, that thing was doing, it was just spinning randomly. Why? I don't get it. I don't know why they changed the controls in the R60. It doesn't make any sense. I don't get it.
Assaulting through.
Opinions on doors, I hate them. I hate them too, but I also don't think they're that big of a deal in this game because they're not that frequent, you know? Like, it's not like MW 2019 where there's doors everywhere on the maps. There's only like a couple doors on each map. So I don't personally care too much, but I would prefer they weren't there, you know? Zombies looks ass. I have my concerns with zombies, but I think for the most part, I think it'll probably be all right. But I definitely think the gameplay showcase they showed did not look good. But I don't think that's representative of the full game, just because it's like it was just a bad showcase. Let's be real here. It was just not a good showcase. But I think the full game is going to be better. I am excited for zombies though, of course. Skyline feels like something straight out of Max Payne 3. I've never played the Max Payne games. Warzone is Call of Duty's main game's downfall. I think Warzone is the biggest problem with Call of Duty. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think it's maybe skill-based matchmaking is a bigger issue right now, but Warzone's like one of the worst things that's happened to COD. Even though for the COD franchise itself, it was technically one of the best. It made them so much money. It made the franchise so much more popular. But for my own personal enjoyment, I do think Warzone has had disastrous consequences all around. So I do agree. I might do a video like top 10 worst things in Call of Duty's history. Like just top 10 things that, either whether it's a feature or whatever, like just things that I feel like were the worst things to ever happen to COD. Or ever exist in COD, you know? And I do think Warzone would be up there. Even though I like Warzone. That's the craziest thing about it. I still enjoy Warzone. I have fun with it. Every time I play it, I enjoy myself. I loved it more back when it was first out, but like, even if I go back to it now, it's fun. Resurgence is fun. Like, it's a fun game. But its effects on multiplayer and zombies, and even in campaign in some instances, is crazy. Why should it be impacting all these other modes like that? It shouldn't be. Have it be its own thing. We don't need to make everything similar to Warzone. We just don't. And that includes the freaking RCXD mechanics. Why are these all of a sudden so hard to control? Because they needed to make them like the vehicle controls for some reason.
UAV STL 50%. Check.
This RCXD is bad, bro. This is a bad RCXD.
We're flying on fumes. UAV
Come on, come on. Oh my god. The RCXD is pointless. Why? I mean, it was good in other CODs, but this is just a bad RCXD. You know, I was talking about the fact that I think ground war would be cool in this game, but honestly, if they were going to use the Warzone mechanics, then it probably wouldn't be that great. But Combined Arms, I'm telling you, Combined Arms was fun in Cold War because they didn't use a bunch of Warzone mechanics. They used their own game's mechanics. Rewind would be better without the doors. Yeah, probably.
Trophy neutralized.
Ah! I think doors can add an interesting, like, gameplay pace to, like, search and destroy and stuff, but yeah, it's terrible in respawn modes. I'm excited for zombies. I really like Liberty Falls. Yeah, a lot of people don't mind how it looks. I think my biggest issue is really just the HUD. I hope they change the HUD around, stylize it a bit. Warzone is definitely leaking a multiplayer in zombies, yup. And kind of, yeah, campaign too, with the combat missions that they did last year. That was basically them trying to make it like Warzone, and that was terrible. Oh, I did not mean to use this. But fuck it. This thing is so bad. Like, I'm moving so slow because that's genuinely how hard it is to control. Oh, alright. Like, why bother using it? Definitely not gonna be running it next game. What's up, Valentino? How you doing? Warzone is worse than Blackout. See, I enjoyed both. Like, I don't know. I don't really know which one I prefer, to be honest. Because there's things I like more in Warzone. There's things I like more in Blackout. I think Blackout has a much better map. And I also prefer the Blackout, like just the theme of it. The fact that they took it less seriously. It was more cartoony and goofy. Like, I like that. The zombies focus that they had in Blackout. Like, all that was really cool. I also like... I think I like the attachment system. I like how you can go around and pick up attachments and stuff. I don't know. I think that works better than loadouts. But I think Warzone has an advantage when it comes to buybacks and the gulag system. There we go. Finally got a kill with that thing. But in terms of resurgence, I mean, Alcatraz, Portals, and like regular resurgence in Warzone, they're both probably the best experiences in those battle royales. I've had a lot of fun in resurgence modes in Call of Duty. I just hate how Warzone removes so many maps. Like, just keep the maps in. Why do you gotta remove them just to add a new one? I don't know. And you could say, oh, it's to save space, but I don't think it's actually saving space because the maps are still available in other places in the game. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but Verdansk is still playable. You can still play Verdansk in MW 2019 Spec Ops mode. It's still in that game. Al-Mazrah is still playable in DMZ, right? So these maps aren't removed from the game. They still exist. They just removed them from Warzone. And if you worry about the whole space issue, why not just give players the option to remove certain maps or download certain maps, and then they could just choose a playlist that has a specific map that they want to play. You know? My problem with the Liberty Falls Showcase was not really with the map itself. It was more so the shitty Cold War mechanics. Yeah, I think that's what most people's problem was. Which goes to show that I really do think that most people actually don't like the Cold War mechanics as much as everyone thought. Like, everyone had this idea that, oh my god, the Cold War mechanics are like the greatest thing ever. I really don't think most people like them, though. I think some people do. Like, I don't think the game being popular necessarily means that those systems were popular, too. I've always said this. The game was popular for many different reasons. They just changed the playlists and map rotations. I think that's so frustrating too. Like, okay, look, I get it. They do it because the player counts. They want to make sure people are finding lobbies quick, and obviously people are more likely to find quick lobbies if the player counts are, or if there's less playlists, right? But like, I don't know, man. I mean, why can't it be like multiplayer where we can just choose between a map or something? I don't know, something like that, you know? I guess you would have to have all the maps downloaded for that to work, but something else. Because I think it's really frustrating how if I load up Warzone, I won't know if I can actually play the map I want to play solo. If I want to play a certain map, it might only have a quads playlist that week or something. And that's just frustrating. Like, you're telling me I have to play a whole different type of mode just to play a map? I mean, just imagine they did that at multiplayer. Imagine they were like, hey, you know this map you really like? If you want to play it this week, if you want to play Nuketown, you can only play on a Search and Destroy this week. You can't play Hardpoint. You can't play Team Deathmatch. You have to play these other modes. It's like, why? You know? I don't know. It's frustrating. Oh shit, I forgot to change my streaks. Oh no. I still have the shitty RCXD on. Have you tried bankroll dispatcher and assassin with UAV, CUAV, and the new kill streak? I like using some, like I like using the helicopter because I like some lethal streaks, but I do know what you're talking about because if you do that, you get streaks faster. But I'll do you one better. This perk layout is better though. Flak jacket, dispatcher, quartermaster. Now I know you can't use assassin with this layout, but trust me, it still is great because you get bonuses. You get the specialty called strategist, or strategist. What, I don't know how you pronounce it. Whatever the fuck it is. You get bonuses for certain things, like you get bonuses for objective play, you get bonuses for destroying enemy equipment and enemy streaks, and it adds up so much. So it not only helps with your support streaks, but it also helps with your lethal streaks. But dispatcher obviously is the one that helps with the support, so it's still good to run nonetheless. If you want to get those UAVs extra fast. They basically made a whole class style centered around streaks, which is kind of interesting. Like, I don't know, part of that's interesting to me, which is probably why they made the default streak so hard to get. Like, a UAV costs literally 675 score, which sounds insane, but I really think it's just because they have a whole class system built around it. So if you really want to get streaks, like, you probably should build your class around it. Which, I don't know, I think that's interesting. They haven't really done that before in COD. I guess the closest to that they've done before is, like, specialists sometimes would help you with getting more streaks in, like, BO3 and IW. And obviously they've had hardline in most Call of Duties, but, like, this is a whole nother level. There's, like, 3 different streaks, plus the strategist specialty that all has to do with getting streaks faster. Like, that's kind of crazy. Oh no! I didn't mean to use this! Oh, nice, nice, nice. Ah, fuck. That thing is so bad. What's up, Audacity? How you doing? I'm out here playing BO3 Origins. Nice, Giga Chad, nice. But let's be real here, though. BO2 Origins is so much better than BO3 Origins. I'm a BO3 Origins hater. Like, that's my thing. I don't like BO3 Origins. Okay, that's not true. It's still Origins. It's still gonna be fun as hell. But like, compared to BO2 Origins, I don't like what Chronicles did to it.
The lead is ours.
I miss customizable streaks from Advanced Warfare and Infinite Warfare. Yeah, that was really cool.
Hostiles have captured the hard point.
That was really cool. The only issue I had with it in Advanced Warfare is that because they had that system, they decided to just not have certain streaks in the game, which was stupid because, I mean, sometimes I still want certain streaks on their own. For example, the Advanced UAV wasn't in the game because you can turn the UAV into Advanced UAV. But that's kind of besides the point, because what if I wanted to run the UAV and the Advanced UAV at the same time? Then you just can't do it because of that thing. Yo, Valentino, thank you so much for becoming a Lightning member. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Now you got a little quick revive symbol next to your name, which I think is pretty sick. But yeah, like, Infinite Warfare had customization with streaks, and they didn't force that. So like, you still can use UAVs and advanced UAVs separately. So I think I definitely like it how Infinite Warfare did it more. But if they were to just not do that, like not do what Advanced Warfare did, but have streak customization, that would be really cool. Because I don't know, streak customization is pretty fun.
RCXD moving out.
Oi. That's my favorite part of this map. This old chicken place. Oh! Ah, I knew that guy was coming around the corner. You got some new emojis too, yeah. I forgot which emojis I put, but there's like one that I have, like, it's just my face. Did I do the Sal Volcano emoji? I don't think I did. I think it's on my Twitch. I don't think I did that on here yet. I should definitely add it though. I don't know if everyone here knows who Sal Volcano is, but he's my idol. And he also blocked me on Twitter like probably like 8 years ago now. I don't think I deserve to be blocked. Sal Volcano is the guy from Practical Jokers, and there's this picture of him that he hates. Like it's a bad picture of him, right? Just he doesn't look good, and they always made fun of him about it in Practical Jokers. Like they would send the pic, like use the picture in a lot of the challenges. And I just randomly sent it to him one day, like on Twitter. Like I was like 16 years old. I just sent him that picture, and he blocked me, and it's so sad because I'm like, I'm just forever blocked by Sal Volcano. I think that the streak cost should be reduced somewhat. See, I don't really mind that they cost a lot. I just want them to loop, and I want them to be buffed. And if they can buff them and loop them, then I'm fine with them costing as much as they do. But I think some of them could use a little reduction. Like the Hellstorm definitely could be reduced, at least by like 100, maybe 200 score. The UAV should be reduced by maybe 100 score. And then everything else I'm fine with though. Like I'm fine with the chopper gunner being 1600. That's fine. As long as it's a good chopper gunner, then I'm fine with it. I like when streaks are hard to get. They become more rewarding, you know? I don't want to get them every game. But... Oh shit. Oh, I hate this. I hate this thing, man. I really do. Streaks definitely need a buff. I think I'm really like, it's so depressing because Treyarch used to be the king of streaks. Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, and Black Ops 4 all have some of the best streaks in COD history. Pretty good streak systems too, at least in BO2, BO3, and BO4. Like the score streak system was solid in those games, right? And then out of nowhere in Cold War, they just completely changed the system. And then this game, it's like, why is there no looping anymore? You know? And why are they kind of not that great? Like, they're just not that powerful. Like, I don't know if Treyarch just changed their philosophy on powerful streaks. Because, I mean, the fact that they were talking about not liking streak spam in the interview, like, that scares me. Like, streak spam is not really, it's just someone's getting good and they got streaks. That's not like a problem. I feel like they deserve the streaks. If that's what Call of Duty should be. If they're good enough to get streaks, they deserve to go hard with the streaks. That was the field upgrade, the sleeper agent. I didn't really get to use it too much because immediately came across someone, but I'll try it again next time we get it. Oh no. They really got me. Yeah, that one. I guess I don't have the Sal Volcano one. Wait, what the fuck? My grenade got a kill? I thought I threw it like 10 seconds ago. I guess it took a while to blow up. Wow. Trying to decide whether I play Red Dead Redemption 2 or the beta. We'll see. The Red Dead Redemption 2 could wait, right? The beta can't wait. I think it'd be interesting if they brought back the SATCOM from Ghost. Just make it so it gives you the full UAV sweep, even with just one active. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I didn't mind that as much as other people do, but I think... I think the personal UAV that they have in this game, maybe that would work better as a SATCOM because, you know, have the regular UAV be a regular UAV, but then when you have your personal one, then you put that one on the floor. I think that could work. I wouldn't mind that. All right, let's get another game of Babylon going. Come on. No? Well, let's vote classified. Hopefully we get it. Okay, let's change our streaks. No more RCXD. Maybe we'll do a counter UAV. Yeah, we'll do counter UAV. I'm so glad they have just score streaks though. Like, as much as I'm not happy with other things about the streaks, I am glad that they said fuck kill streaks. Let's do just streaks. Change your streaks to chopper gunner. Well, unfortunately, we don't have the chopper gunner unlocked. You unlock it at level 29, so we can't really use it. And I have no reason to use the interceptors. Like I said, I don't really care for interceptors. I feel like they're basically a EMP. You just destroy all the streaks in the air. Hellstorm is kind of underwhelming, especially for how much it costs. Like, it's that much and it barely gets any kills. So, man. Level 30 tonight. Depends how much longer I stream for. Probably not, because I don't think I'm going to stream for that much longer. Maybe like another couple games. But maybe tomorrow I'll stream again. Nah, actually, I might be busy tomorrow, so I don't know. I don't think I'll be able to stream tomorrow. Maybe Sunday. Let's use the XM4. I don't know. I really like how Derelict plays. I think it's always really fun. There's something about it that just works for me.
Eat this. Hey, check your damn target.
Aye! The Hellstorm missile controls feel awkward. Yeah, no, that is true. Same with the RCXD. Like, a lot of these controls just don't feel right. Like, I don't know what's going on there. It's like the really high sensitivity on them. So like even though you a little tap, they just it's just weird. I don't know. Hopefully the chopper gunner is good. We're obviously not going to get to use that today because we don't have it unlocked, but whenever I do get it unlocked, hopefully it's good. Where the hell did that guy go? If someone's camping up there, this is a great spot to kill him. Like, you go right there and you just shoot him.
Throwing frag.
Nice.
Destroyed.
But see, that's what I mean. See, destroying an assault pack with the strategist specialty, you get 75 score for that. That's almost as much as a kill just for destroying an assault pack. Like, that's crazy. But I do think that's cool though, because it also promotes like destroying enemy streaks, destroying enemy equipment. Like, normally I'm not like that encouraged to do that, but if it gives me 75 score to do it, fuck yeah, I'm gonna do it. Damn.
Watch your target ID. Got you.
Oh, they were spawning back there. This map reminds me of The Last of Us. Oh, I could see that, yeah. Cause all like the foliage, all the greenery. It looks like it's like an overrun, overgrown, I guess is the word for it. Overgrown train station. I haven't changed my attachments in a while on some of these guns because I honestly just don't know if there's better ones than the ones I already have on them, but we'll take a look. Like, I feel like I'm already pretty happy with the guns that I got currently. They did up the XP rates for weapons, so you're going to level up your weapons a lot quicker now, which I'm already noticing because I'm leveling them up quite fast.
Revenge is sweet, hot or cold.
Nice. Oh, called that at the wrong time. They gotta make the calling in UAV animation quicker, by the way. It's weirdly like slow. It's really odd for a Treyarch game too, because usually those animations are much quicker.
Enemy forces have destroyed your CUAV.
Damn. And they're showing my counter UAV. Why does it still say my UAV is ready, but it's not? Specifically, one of the early Abby scenes. See, I haven't played The Last of Us game. I watched the show though. I do plan on playing the game eventually. Aye.
They're cooked.
Oh, they're spawning back here now, which is actually good. Oh, not to go that way though, because that when they spawn back there, it's such a good spot. Wait, why are my UAVs not working? This game is so buggy. There's so many bugs related to the streaks I've noticed. Like sometimes it just doesn't let you call them in.
Fighting in.
Like it does. It says I have a UAV there, and obviously I'll have to physically go. That's so weird. Why? If it's my only streak available, why wouldn't that button just immediately call it in? I have to physically go into a menu to click. That's weird. That's really weird. Give predictions for this game. What does predictions mean? I'm not sure what that means. You gotta explain that to me. Oh, predictions. Oh, like predictions for the multiplayer or the zombies? And in terms of like what? Like whether I think the game's gonna be good or not? Well, I mean, I think it's gonna end up being slightly better than Cold War all around, like whether it's multiplayer, campaign, or zombies. I think all three modes are gonna be slightly better than Cold War, a little more polished than Cold War. I think there might be issues post-launch though, because if they're working on COD 2025, I feel like we're not going to get a lot of post-launch content, unfortunately. I feel like there's going to be a lack of that, and people are going to get pissed. Not there's going to be a huge lack of it. I'm not saying there's going to be like no maps, but like compared to the insanely good post-launch we've had for MW3, I feel like it's just going to be a little lower, and people are going to be a bit pissed about that. Horizontal recoil control. I might put that on. Ooh, extended mags, actually. That would be good. I do like the sprint to fire speeds. Ooh, actually, I should have been changing my attachments earlier, but let's add an extended mag. Nice. And the Scourge, we could do another extended mag. Ooh, nah, I'll leave it. I do like this though. Sprint to fire, dive to fire. That sounds good. All right. But yeah, I think there's going to be like maybe not a huge lack. I'm saying like there'll be some good stuff for the first 2 seasons, and then there's going to be some dry points. People are going to be like, where's the content? And I'm worried they're not going to make certain changes that fans clearly want, like looping streaks. Like there's some stuff I just feel like they're not going to change, and that might piss some people off, including myself. This is probably my favorite multiplayer in a long time. Yeah, I think it's going to be one of the better multiplayers of the past couple years for sure. Why does my screen look oddly dark? It looks dim. Oh, I was going to get a nice little screenshot, but I guess not. COD 2025 is going to be Infinity Ward's game, and that's not the current rumors actually says otherwise. So right now it's a bit up in the air. To be honest, we don't really, it's all rumors. We don't really have full confirmation of anything. But the current rumor is that next year's game is going to be a Black Ops 2 sequel, right? And then 2026 is going to be Infinity Ward's next game. So the thing that everyone's been wondering about is like, okay, well then who the hell is developing COD 2025? It's going to be a Black Ops 2 sequel. How is Treyarch going to make 2 games back to back? Well, that's what worries me. Like, how are they doing that? My guess is that Raven Software is obviously going to be helping a lot. They're probably going to, if there's going to be a campaign, they'll probably make the campaign. Sledgehammer will probably be helping a lot too. Sledgehammer's probably working on their next game by now, but if their next game isn't until 2027, they'll probably help a lot with this game. But I think it's going to be labeled as Treyarch's like back-to-back Call of Duties or something. I don't know how they're going to advertise it, but it's either going to be Treyarch or Sledgehammer that they'll label as the lead studio, and I really don't know which one, but it could be Sledgehammer, it could be Treyarch. I guess we'll wait and see. But that's the current rumor, and I'm honestly not sure why they're doing this, because I think it just kind of messes with the COD cycle a little too much, and it's gonna inevitably hurt the post-launch support of this game if Treyarch has to work on this next game like right now, you know, which I think is why this game, even though it had 4 years of development, there's still a lot of issues. Like, it doesn't really have 4 years of development. That's kind of what I'm worried about, because if they're spending 4 years working on 2 separate games, that's not really like a full year development, you know what I mean? But just like MW3, it's probably going to carry over a lot of stuff from this game, so that's what's going to make it easier for them to make it. So they're going to carry over some maps, some guns, all that stuff. The operators probably. But like what I said, I don't think it makes sense, because Infinity Ward, they had 3 years to make their next game. That's a decent amount of time to make a Call of Duty. I thought they should have been able to get their game out by next year. But some of the rumors are also saying that Infinity Ward, apparently Activision doesn't like what they've done so far. So maybe they do need an extra year to make their game. I don't know. But I do think it would make more sense if they just said, okay, Infinity Ward's next game is next year. Then Sledgehammer Games is the year after that. Then Treyarch. And then we just go back to the 3-year dev cycle, and everything's happy. Everything's good, right? But they're kind of fucking with it again. And I don't know. I don't get it. I want zombies to be way more challenging. I had the most fun when I played for the first time in Kino. We were not even getting past dog rounds. Yeah, I do think zombies definitely needs challenge back, that's for sure. Which hopefully there will be options for that in the game. Hopefully there's going to be certain parts of the game that are going to be really hard and other parts that are even easier. I hope those 4 years allowed them to make some good DLC zombies maps. I do too, but like I said, if they're working on 2 separate Call of Duties, I don't know how it's going to go. I really don't.
Hardpoint is secure.
But getting better and learning new stuff was the most enjoyable thing, instead of getting round 50 in your first try like Liberty Falls. Yeah, I do agree with that. COD rumors are about as reliable as a Chrysler. I wouldn't put much trust in them. Well, here's the thing. You have to look at who's leaking these things, because if people have a good track record of giving reliable leaks, then I'm going to be inclined to believe them. And this rumor about this COD 2025 being a Black Ops 2 sequel, it's not coming from like a random person. It's coming from Tom Henderson. And I don't know if you know who Tom Henderson is. He is like the Call of Duty leaker. He's gotten like pretty much 90% of what he said right. So I would actually disagree. I think they are pretty reliable if you're looking at the right person. Now, obviously, anybody can come onto the scene and be like, oh, here's a leak for next year, and that could be some complete bullshit. That happens all the time, don't get me wrong. But also, a lot of the leaks, if they're coming from big names, people that are well-known leakers, it's probably true. And if it's not true, then it probably was true, but it's just not anymore. Because something that's important to keep in mind with Call of Duty, things are always changing behind the scenes. They always change what they do, you know? Like, originally, Treyarch's game was going to come out in 2023, and then, remember, the whole thing happened where they're like, okay, it's actually going to be 2024. That was not because a leak was wrong. That wasn't because someone was wrong. It was simply because things just changed behind the scenes. They changed what they're deciding to do, right? And I think a lot of people give, and I'm not saying I like the idea of leaks, because I do think some of this stuff should just be saved. But I also think this industry allows leaks to happen sometimes, because it does generate hype if it's a good leak without them even marketing it. Or if it's not hype, it at least allows them to gauge how the community feels about something before it's even publicly announced. So I think leaks have their purposes in the gaming industry, but sometimes they really suck, especially when it's like story-related leaks. But I think most leakers nowadays realize that they shouldn't be sharing any story-related leaks, because that would be fucked up. I do think leaks sometimes ruin the hype for like the leaks for multiplayer. The whole fucking multiplayer got leaked, and then like a reveal for multiplayer was kind of a nothing burger because it was all stuff we already knew. So they definitely could ruin stuff quite a bit. But just saying, in terms of like the reliability of them, I think they're more reliable than people realize. It's just a matter of stuff changes behind the scenes, therefore sometimes stuff ends up not happening. but that doesn't mean the leaker was wrong. It just means something changed, you know? Which I think is going to be the case for this Black Ops 2 sequel. I don't even know if Activision knows what they're going to do for next year's COD. They might be still deciding. I don't know. I like part of the rumors I heard, it was like a race to see whose game is in a better state. That's the one that's going to release next. That's probably how it's going to go, you know? But I think they might actually end up doing this BO2 sequel though. All the DLC maps are going to be Liberty Falls type maps. I don't think so. I hope not. I really hope not. If that happens, I will cry. Oh my god, what was that guy doing? I hate this 2-year MW, 2-year Black Ops cycle. It shouldn't continue. It shouldn't continue. If it does, that will be really strange. But I'm gonna hope that this is gonna be the last time it happens if it does happen. And then hopefully after that, they get back on their release schedule, their normal schedule of 1 Call of Duty from each studio. And we get 3 years, but you know, in between each studio. Like, that is the best structure they could have. It all started getting fucked up with Cold War. Cold War is where it started to get messed up because of what happened with that game. But let's hope that they get, oh my god, I did terrible that game, but I'm still at the top of the leaderboard. Holy shit. Let's hope they get back on track with it though. What's up, Ghost Protocol? How you doing? Beta's going well. I'm having fun. They say BO6 is supposed to be more challenging, but the Liberty Falls gameplay I've seen looks just as pathetically easy as Cold War. So that is true, but I think maybe it'll be map by map. Hopefully Terminus will be the more challenging map, which is what they've been saying, obviously. But let's hope that actually ends up being true, you know. And also, I think they were also talking about Easter eggs too, and we don't really know what the Liberty Falls Easter egg is going to be like, if it's going to be easy or hard. I have no idea. I'm like trying not to judge that game too much until I get to play it. I mean, it's fair to judge it. I'm not saying no one can judge it. I made a video talking about how it's fair to judge it. But personally for myself, I feel like I can't say much until I play it at this point. I've already kind of said everything I need to say. Like, I don't like the HUD. Hopefully they zombify it. There's a lot of mechanics I don't like, but I don't think all of it's going to change, so I'm just going to wait till the game comes out. New sub. Thank you so much, Long Johnson. I appreciate it. They said somewhere it's going to be the last of the Libtray Falls style. I know what you mean, but yeah, hopefully that's the case. Kill feed is full of C9. I guess that's the new meta. The C9 was great last weekend. I don't know why everyone was acting like it wasn't good. And I think they gaslit Treyarch into thinking the gun wasn't good. So they buffed it. Because everyone was saying the gun sucks. And it's like, I never felt that way. I felt like the gun was great. So like, I don't know. I have a question on PC and with the older COD zombies. Can you download and play custom maps with having the game? Black Ops 3, only the World at War technically has custom maps, but I wouldn't bother with that. Just get Black Ops 3. That's the only one with like true custom zombies that's like easy to get. And yes, you can get the custom maps. There's definitely tutorials out there that will explain it better than me, but it's really easy. You just go on the Steam Workshop after you buy the game. If you go on the Steam Workshop, you can literally download the maps straight from the Steam Workshop for Black Ops 3. It's really easy to download maps. And when you download them, you just load up the game and they'll just be there. I really hope custom zombies comes to consoles someday. It seems like the best thing they can do for the franchise. I mean, custom stuff in general, like, that's huge in like Roblox and Fortnite. I feel like it just makes sense. It's literally free content getting made for the game by random people. Like, to me, that's a no-brainer to have in your game.
We're losing Charlie. Initiate objective control. All locations secure. Hold your position, B.
Park requesting CUAV tasking.
Yeah, they gotta make it so the UAVs and stuff, like calling them in just takes a little too long for me. Just a little bit too long.
Counter UAV, 50% fuel remaining.
Bro, what is happening in this lobby right now?
50% expended.
We're like running around, but like, I think we're just fucking them up so bad that like, I think we just keep killing them.
Priority tasking request
you gotta be shitting me. Was that enough for the helicopter? No, it wasn't. The thing you need to remember is that the mechanics we saw in Liberty Falls are the same mechanics that'll be in Terminus, so I doubt it'll be that much more challenging. Yeah, you might be right, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see, because I really don't know. I do think a big part of what made that look so easy was also the open areas, though. And I think Terminus will have less open areas, so maybe? I don't know. I guess we'll again, I really don't know. And like, I don't like the core gameplay being easy, obviously. I prefer it was harder and you're more vulnerable, but I also care a lot more if the Easter eggs are easy or hard. I hope those are hard. Because I could definitely see a situation where the core game is really easy, but the Easter eggs are harder. That's kind of what BO4 is like. Like, let's be honest, BO4's core gameplay is pretty easy. Like, you don't feel nearly as vulnerable as you did in like BO3 and stuff. It's definitely harder than Cold War, but it's still relatively easy. But the Easter eggs are hard, so it's like, you know, it kind of balances it out a little bit better.
Losing Bravo. Losing A.
Got contact.
Ah! Zombies needs a standalone game. They'll never do it, but it would be interesting.
Shot's good.
Oh my goodness. Oh! I had to reload. I had to reload. They'll never do it because I think they expect a lot of zombies players to be people who are just playing zombies because you might as well. Because like, oh, it's in the game, I might as well play it, right? They don't, like, which I don't know if that's true or not, but because like, think about it. There's lots of players who they're not really zombies fans, but they'll play zombies because they know they can level up their guns in zombies, right? A lot of multiplayer players, a lot of Warzone players that do that. They'll only play zombies so they can level up their guns, or just because they paid for the game for 70 bucks, right? They might as well try out every part of the game. Zombies is there, might as well try it out, might as well play it, right? If you have a multiplayer fan or Warzone fan who doesn't really like zombies that much, then they're just not going to buy it. And then, you know, they're just not going to have, you're not going to get it. So the game just ultimately wouldn't make as much money. And then also you also be losing sales from the zombies fans who don't care about multiplayer, but just buy the games for zombies, right? But now you're not going to get those sales anymore for the main games. So like, I do think you're gonna lose out on stuff. So they'd rather just have zombies be a part of the main games, which I'm fine with as long as they just make them good, you know. Just make them good. And make them more often. Like, have the other studios make zombies too. That's all I need. Allow people on console to install mods that people make upload on PC. Well, that's what it would be. Yeah, I don't ever expect them to have like a in-game zombie map custom maker. Like, no, that's too much. And I honestly don't think I'd want that even, because it would probably suck. Like, let's be honest. Like, I'm not saying all games that have custom like in-game things would be bad, but like, what could you really do in terms of making a map yourself on console? Like, you would be so limited to the point where I don't think that would be good at all. Instead, do what BO3 did. You have PC custom mod tools that are relatively hard to put stuff together. Like, you have to actually be a decent like gamer or gaming developer. I guess you don't have to be a developer, but you have to be decent at what you're doing, right? You can't just, not anybody could just load up, you know, the mod tools on BO3 and make an amazing custom map. No, you have to be really good at it. Even I've tried before. I gave up because it was just too much. It was too much. I didn't have time for it, you know? It's hard. And like, that's fine. But yeah, as long as you can play them on console, which would be fine. That's possible. You upload them to PC. That's what it would be. And then players on console will have a whole like library of them to browse through on their console, and then they could just straight up download them. That makes perfect sense. I think I'm pretty sure that's how it is with like Roblox and like Fortnite and stuff, right? I don't, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think people are making those Fortnite custom games on their console, right? They're making that on PC, and then you can just play them on console. I could be wrong, but I'm like pretty sure that's the case. I know Halo had like a Forge mode or something, but that's I don't know how in depth that was. I could be wrong. I don't know. How's the spawns feeling? I haven't really noticed any significant issues so far. I mean, obviously Babylon was a bit iffy, but it's also a really small map, so it's understandable.
Counter UAV above. Music on.
All right, let's get A.
Objective capture
We're gonna end this game quick.
Counter UAV power.
Ah.
We're losing Charlie.
I saw them release the stats on the amount of people that did the D Machine Easter egg, and it was only 5%. So clearly, making Easter eggs easier doesn't lead to more people doing them. They weren't like, honestly, that wasn't like a new stat, because actually that stats existed for a while. I think he was just saying it, but like that's actually, you could see that stat yourself if you look at the PlayStation trophy completion rates. It's always been public, but what isn't public is the other Easter eggs, because there's no fucking trophies for them. There's only a trophy for D Machine. So you can't see how many people did the Firebase Easter egg or the Mauer Easter egg. I wanted to see how many people did those Easter eggs too, but you can't see that. But yeah, it's about 5%, which that's not like, I hate how that percentage is being shown off, because a lot of people are misunderstanding it. Because people are saying 5% of zombies players beat the D Machine Easter egg, but that's not really the case though. Because what the percent means is, it means that is the percent of people who purchased like the game, who purchased Cold War. That is the percent of people who did the Easter egg. A lot of people who buy Call of Duty don't play zombies, so like that's not, I wouldn't say it's the 5% of zombies players, it's just 5% of people who purchased that game. A lot of people don't play zombies. A lot of people just play more multiplayer and campaign. So is it still a valuable piece of information? Sure, but I think as a whole people are misrepresenting it. And also, I honestly don't think 5% is like that low, because if you look at other percents, right, put this into perspective. I think this is really important. 60%, I think this is what I saw when I looked up the other trophies. 60% of people who bought Black Ops 2, like that game, that really popular multiplayer game, only 60% of people who bought Black Ops 2 actually got to level 10 in multiplayer. I kid you not. Level 10. You get to level 10 in like 5 games. And only 60%. So you're telling me almost half of people who bought Black Ops 2 never even got past level 10 in multiplayer, which, you know what that tells me? That tells me that most people who buy Call of Duty don't actually play that much. They don't. So the whole 5% D Machine, like, that's not surprising to me at all. Like, yeah, a lot of people don't even play much Call of Duty, so like they buy it and then they don't play much. Added on the fact that a lot of people don't play zombies, and like I said, the people who do play zombies, they play like 2 games. It's not that crazy. So like, I mean, think about yourself. How many games have you bought where you've only played it once? I bought Dead Island 2. I played it once and never touched it again. Like, a lot of people do that with Call of Duty too. They buy it, they play it during the first weekend, and then they never touch it again. So I don't know. I'd be more curious to see the percent of consistent zombies players who do the Easter egg. I think that would be a lot higher. I just turned 42 2 days ago. OG MW2 was my favorite. Yeah, I mean that's a classic. And like, hey, I'm 23, and I played MW3 when I was like 9 back in the day, and like, I feel like I didn't get the same experience that like someone who's a bit older would have with that game, because I was so young. So like the way I'm experiencing these games now, where I'm pretty good at them, is very different, because like I sucked back then. Like I was 9 years old. How was I going to be good at video games? I guess nowadays 9-year-olds are really good, but like back then they were not good. I was too, my frontal lobe was not developed enough to be good at these games. So I stunk. But I still had fun with them though. Like I had a lot of good memories. So that's, you know, but it's a very different experience. I feel like I didn't start getting good till Black Ops 2. That's when I started getting good. Well, decent. I would love a Halo Master Chief Collection style collection of the older COD games where you can play multiplayer and zombies without worrying about getting hacked. That would be fun, but again, like we talked about before, at least I don't know if you were here for that, but talked about remasters probably never happening, unfortunately. Call of Duty can do what Skyrim and Fallout does. Console mods come from Bethesda's site, so COD can make their own little mod site and people can upload the mods there and it'll go through console. Yeah, that's how I'm assuming it would work. Something like that. the Omni movement is bad right now. It might be the connection. Sometimes it will dive. Sometimes it will dive. Other times it slides. Yeah, well, make sure you're doing it right too, because if you tap it, it slides. If you hold it, it dives. You probably know that, but yeah, sometimes it messes up. I've had that happen too, where it does the thing you don't want it to do. When are you streaming till? Hopefully soon. I might play like one more game. I guess this could be my last game. I wanted to get through more of the levels, but honestly, I don't think I will today, so I could probably just do that another day. So unfortunately, you guys aren't going to see the new gun, because I don't think I'm going to get through those levels. It'd probably have to be another like couple hours, and I am not trying to stream for a couple more hours. That wouldn't be fun. My voice is already dying, even though I love streaming, but it hurts. It hurts when you're streaming too long. Yesterday I did like a 5.5 hour stream. My voice was dead by the end of it, but that was a fun stream though. That was the most fun I've had playing zombies in ages. Because like, it was just fun. I don't know. Infinite Warfare, I had a great time. Every time I play Infinite Warfare, I like it more. Oh my god. I just take the completion percentage of the Easter egg achievement and divide it by the completion rate of the most common map specific achievement for that map, and you'll get a more accurate number. That's true. So like, I think the map specific achievement on that map was I guess Pack-a-Punch was probably a decent indicator, right? Because Pack-a-Punch is pretty easy on D Machine. If I'm remembering correctly, I think it was 30% was for the Easter egg, or for the 30% was for the Pack-a-Punch. So like that also puts it into perspective quite a bit. So if we do the math, so let's assume 1 million people bought the game, which obviously more than 1 million people did, but just for the sake of math, let's just go with that. So let's say 1 million people bought it, right? 30% of 1 million is 300,000. So that means out of the 1 million people who bought it, 300,000 got Pack-a-Punch, which means out of the 1 million who bought it, 50,000 did the D Machine Easter egg. Am I doing the math right, or am I really stupid? I think I'm doing the math right. So that means a more accurate number would mean 50,000 out of 300,000 people did the Easter egg, which means what is that percent? 50,000. That's 1/6. So like 1/6 of players, 1/6 of like probably relatively decent and consistent players did the D Machine Easter egg. I don't think that's that bad. Easter eggs are meant to be kind of hidden. Like, that's not crazy to me. 1/6, that's actually decent. So I don't know. They make it seem like it's so much lower than it actually is, but I feel like it's not that bad. But yeah, you are right though. Like, it's not that big of a jump between. I guess it is kind of a big jump, but I don't know, because the old Easter eggs were like 1 to 2% for the most part. So D Machine was 5%. I'm pretty sure one of the best. Oh, holy shit! Those spawns are crazy. I'm pretty sure one of the best completed Easter eggs, one of the highest completed, is the final right quest. Because it literally tells you what to do, so I'm not like surprised, but yeah. Sad thing is, I don't know if PlayStation would allow Call of Duty console mods. It took a while for Skyrim and Fallout to get mods on PlayStation, even though they're very limited to what mods they allow, which is really weird that they wouldn't allow that. It's literally just getting more people to play your game. But I'm sure Microsoft would allow it, so, you know, I think we'd be chilling on Xbox, you know. 17%, yep. Which isn't that bad, I feel like. But I'm glad they're doing the Easter egg guided mode, though. I think that's a smart thing for them to do, because now they don't have to make the Easter eggs stupid easy like Cold War. They don't have to make them stupid simple either, because there's literally a built-in guide, so there's no need for any of that. Ah! I bought IW Legacy Edition thinking that I would play MWR more. than IW, and after 2 years I played IW for almost 600 hours, and I played MWR for 2.4 hours. MWR on PC was bad. It wasn't really that bad. I didn't play on PC. I am a console lover, but I did I don't know which one I played more. If we add zombies, I definitely played IW more, but in terms of multiplayer, probably IW more, but not by like a lot. I did play both of them quite a bit. It was a fun year for Call of Duty. That was such an underrated year. We had 2 Call of Duties at a time. Like, how can you not love that year? Yeah, the kill streaks are really annoying to call, and it's really weird. I don't know. They gotta change that.
I see you.
I'm PC Master Race, so I don't have to wait for mods. Yeah. Well, I mean, they still don't have mod tools in these games anyways anymore, but they really should. Like, I really don't get why they wouldn't. Even if it was just going to be PC only, that's better than nothing.
Priority tasking request received. UAV exiting your grid.
It's literally just free content for your game. Like, I don't see how you can't love that. My only thing is maybe it would demotivate people from buying the next Call of Duty, because like, if there's so many custom zombies maps being made, like, why would somebody feel the need to buy Black Ops 7, you know? They might be less likely to buy it if the custom maps are so good. That's possible.
I won't always be here. Watch your corners.
Which, that's the only reason why I think maybe it won't happen, but I don't know. We'll see. Or if they do it, it'll be very limited. It'll be like a very limited set of mod tools.
Back down. Sighting in.
They'll probably be as easy as Cold War. They made it pretty clear that they will be harder, so I'm gonna take their word for it, but we'll have to wait and see. I have no idea. It's not even just about them being harder for me. Like, obviously I want them to be more challenging, but it's more than just being more challenging. For me, it's I want more depth to them. Like, I don't use the word challenging because some of my favorite Easter eggs aren't even that challenging. Like, some of my favorite Easter eggs are very easy. Der Eisendrache is a pretty easy Easter egg, I would say. Like, it's not that hard, but it's one of my favorites. Ancient Evil is pretty easy. It's one of my favorites, right? It's not about it being challenging, even though it's a big part of it. I would like it to be challenging, but it's more about depth, just having more depth to it, more steps that make you think, more steps that make you use your brain a little bit. Something that's good for the hunt as well. Like, I want it to be a decent hunt. I don't want it to be too easy to hunt and figure out. On multiple replays, I like when there's different things you can learn, different ways to find out how to do things quicker, like stuff like that, where Cold War didn't really have any of that. Cold War was so straightforward with its Easter eggs. There was no depth to them. It was literally just go here, hold X, shoot this, do a little lockdown, and boom, you're in the boss fight. And they were so fast too. Like, that's what sucked about Cold War's Easter eggs to me. It wasn't even that they were easy. It was just that they were just not depth. They didn't have depth to them. Like, I know we shit on Vanguard all the time, but honestly, Vanguard's Easter eggs had more depth to them. Like, Vanguard's round-based maps, those Easter eggs are better than Cold War's, in my opinion. Like, I'd rather do Shinonuma and the Archon's Easter egg over Cold War's Easter egg. I think they're more fun. They have more depth. They just do. Even though it's a minimal amount. It's not a lot, but it's enough. Gotta go have fun. Thank you so much, Valentino. I really appreciate the membership.
We're losing Charlie.
And I appreciate you being here.
They're taking C.
Shame that IW's multiplayer was ass. Those maps were poorly designed for advanced movement. I disagree. But you probably knew I was gonna disagree. I love that multiplayer. I don't agree with the maps not being designed for advanced movement. They do have a lot of spots that work well with it. I know what you're probably gonna say is you're probably gonna say the whole like the out of boundaries thing. Like, the map doesn't really let you go that high, and there's a lot of places that it doesn't let you like explore with the advanced movement. But isn't it the same in like that in BO3 though? Like, the maps are not designed that differently. They're more like linear 3-lane maps with like some different wall run paths and stuff. Like, I think they work just fine though. Like, they're high enough so like your advanced movement can make you go high, so you can, you know, utilize that. But I don't know. I thought they worked fine. I love those maps. I think Throwback is fun. I think Genesis is great. I like Scourge. Is this called Scorch or Scourge? I don't know. Mayday's good. The DLC maps were fun too. You don't really get them anymore, but I like Tourista. Tourista was amazing. Tourista is one of my favorites. Noir was great too. That's also a DLC map. I might do some streams playing the OG CODs. I did one playing COD 4, and then I just never did one again. But I should do more of those. Those would be fun. They've done a good job making BO6 look like a Black Ops game. I agree. I just want them to get rid of tac sprint. That's the one thing that makes it feel less like a Black Ops game. But it definitely looks more Black Ops. Far too much dialogue in Cold War's Easter eggs. That's true. There's a lot of moments where you're just sitting there listening to dialogue. All right, I'm gonna get going. This was a fun stream. I'll definitely be streaming again at least one more time for this beta, probably on Sunday. So yeah,